Did you know that your top 20 meal period menu items are the key to your restaurant sales growth? Yet, so many restaurant managers and hoteliers struggle to leverage information like this to be successful in the operation. Restaurant meal periods are important, no doubt. Therefore, higher meal period sales is a good thing in the operation. But meal periods are not all made the same way. Every meal period has its own unique features which restaurant managers need to leverage if they don't want to be disappointed. There is a goal more important than just meal period sales. And of course, all meal periods contribute to revenue. This is without any doubt. But some meal periods do have the proverbial ace up their sleeve. And therefore, focusing on those meal periods is critical. And we will see how to focus on those meal periods. You may now have a question. Why me? What is my claim to fame? Well, I spent 26 years in the hotel industry. I have experienced firsthand numerous meal period and other revenue exercises. But more importantly, I would like to share lessons learned that will benefit you, more particularly steps you can take to avoid mistakes that I saw happening all those years back. I would also urge you to watch to the end of this video. And why should you do that? I have a bonus reveal that will guarantee highest meal period revenue. You would want that, right? Generally, sales for a meal period is a straightforward concept, but some meal periods incur higher costs, and it's important for restaurant managers to know which ones. You need to keep an eye on expenses in those meal period menu items, particularly cost of food sold, cost of beverage sold of those menu items. So, in essence, achieving a higher meal period revenue is not as easy as it sounds. And what is the secret to success? Well, you need to focus on meal period combinations. What are meal period combinations? The common meal periods used in the restaurant industry are breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we will see how combinations for these work out. It's not what you need. What you need is the reason why meal period combinations are important and how you can use them in your own operation. Yet you need a tried and tested way to achieve food and beverage meal period combinations, proven techniques, if you want to call it that. And therefore, you have to begin by understanding what is this meal period combination. Let's take an example. Say you completed a moderate month of restaurant revenue and you had reasonable sales in your meal periods. But you notice some meal period sales have decreased. With the decrease in those meal period sales, restaurant revenue has decreased as well. So what's the big deal? Well, with lower revenue, you risk not breaking even, meaning your revenue and expenses being the same. Possibly, you may incur a loss in the restaurant operation for that month. So how can you turn your operation around and get back to growth in sales? Well, the most important thing is you should target best meal period combinations for revenue. And we'll see some strategies going forward. Here are 3 strategies that you can adopt right away to ensure that. Strategy 1, make meal period analysis your monthly goal. In fact, you should be tracking separately breakfast, lunch, and dinner sales on an everyday basis. This is the only way to ensure you are headed in the right direction. Strategy 2, boost your meal period sales with buffet spreads. Buffet spreads are considered the most profitable among restaurant menu item offerings. So consider running a breakfast buffet or a lunch buffet or a dinner buffet for higher sales. Strategy 3, having done the first 2 strategies, having put into operation the first 2 strategies, monitor your top 20 menu item sales in each meal period. This tells you whether you are progressing and headed in the right direction? In other words, do you see growth in those meal periods across months? So let's summarize the strategies we just unlocked for restaurant meal period analysis. Number one, make meal period analysis your monthly goal. Boost sales with buffet spreads and then track your top 20 meal period menu item sales. And now for the bonus reveal you've been waiting for. Thank you for watching the video to the end. Here's the bonus truth, what I call a game changer. Analyze menu items with higher profit margins. And how does that help? And how is it a game changer? Well, you can harness the meal period strategies we just learned in this video. They will deliver higher profitability consistently. How? Through higher meal period sales. Do you want to take your learning to the next level and identify top profit margin menu items in your meal periods? Well, click on the video above on menu engineering analysis.